Hey guys, welcome to Red50. Thank you for tuning into another video. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future video. Okay, so in today's video, I want to discuss the fuel economy or the MPG on my 2019 Mustang GT with the 5.0 V8. I know you're probably thinking that I shouldn't have gotten a 5.0 if I care about the fuel economy in a V8 muscle car. And I completely agree with you that I should not care about the fuel economy on my 5.0 as it's supposed to be a powerful muscle car, not an economy car. But I had a trip for Thanksgiving that required close to 400 miles or so for driving, so I decided it would be fun to see what fuel economy or miles per gallon I can squeeze out of the 5.0 powered Mustang GT. We will go over what the drive consisted of in terms of average miles per hour, was it highway driving, city driving, and how I really drove the car, whether it was just casual driving or some spirited runs were in there, and obviously, most importantly, what miles per gallon I got on the entire trip. If you're new here, then I want to just mention that I have a 2019 Mustang GT with the 10-speed transmission, the automatic transmission that is, with the 10R80, which by the way does an amazing job in keeping your RPMs very low when you're just cruising on the highway. Okay, so let's dive right into the video. So first off, let's discuss how my 2019 Mustang GT was driven for the duration of the trip so you guys can kind of get an idea. Now for the entire trip, I did not alter the way I would have normally driven as I wanted to check out the real world results and not trying to hypermile my 2019 Mustang GT to, show you some results and skew some results out. This way it's not some stage test that shows some extreme miles per gallon that normally people won't be able to replicate in real world with their Mustang GT and the 10-speed transmission. Oh, and by the way, I used the 93 octane for the entire trip. So, okay, drive was mostly highway that consisted of cruising at average, I want to say 75 to 80 miles per hour, with few pulls mixed in, and of course, some tunnel runs like this one. I mean, how could you say no to tunnel runs when you've got the Corsa Extreme exhaust on the 2019 Mustang GT? It just sounds absolutely amazing. Each opportunity I get with it, if it's a tunnel run or something, I have to have some fun to hear the beautiful exhaust. If you want to check more of Corsa Extreme videos on my channel, you can click the link in the description or the card above. So anyways, while cruising around and of course having some fun with the 5.0, I was able to achieve some impressive fuel economy or miles per gallon. That honestly shocked me too. Get ready guys, so for my entire trip, which was close to 400 miles or so, I want to say highway driving with having some fun and as you saw, some tunnel runs, I ended up getting 25.1 miles per gallon with my 2019 Mustang GT with the 10-speed transmission, as you guys can see here. The highest actually I saw was 27.3 miles per gallon, which is amazingly impressive with all these, spirited runs in there and some fun. I was able to achieve more actually than what the EPA estimates. EPA rates the 2019 Mustang GT with the 10-speed automatic transmission as 16 city, 25 highway, while the combined is rated at 19 miles per gallon. The way EPA tests is also pretty much the best case scenario on the highway, so the highest gear possible, I wouldn't say like downhill, but highest gear possible, barely touching the gas pedal in order to get the 25 miles per gallon with the 2019 Mustang GT and the 10-speed transmission. So the fact that I was able to match that number by still having some spirited runs, and as you saw from that tunnel clip, I had a few of those runs as well, and I was able to match the just highway driving miles per gallon with the EPA. I think it's pretty impressive. I personally think it's very impressive to achieve this sort of miles per gallon or the fuel economy with a 5.0 V8 making 460 horsepower. Now just to contrast how far the technology has come, I'm coming from a 2006 Mustang GT 4.6 3-valve with 300 horsepower, and the best miles per gallon I ever saw on a long trip was 23 miles per gallon. So obviously this is a win-win situation for me as I get way more power with the increased fuel economy. I think the big contribution to this amazing fuel economy is a 10-speed transmission in the Mustang GT. 10-speed does an amazing job keeping the rev so low when you're just cruising around on the highway. 10-speed obviously has a lot of performance benefits as well, as the gears are stacked so closely together. If you're interested in how the 10-speed transmission is for the Mustang GT, you can check out my in-depth review on it by clicking the link in the description or the card above. Well guys, there it is. It was definitely a fun little experiment to do with my 2019 Mustang GT with the 10-speed transmission. This was really fun to kind of see what fuel economy I'm able to get in real-world situations while still having fun with the car. So as you saw from those clips, I'm still having some spirited runs, tunnel runs, and I'm still able to achieve this sort of miles per gallon. Of course, 25.1 miles per gallon is nothing to write home about, but when you consider this car makes 460 horsepower stock, I think it's definitely some sort of accomplishment. If you purely care about the fuel economy, then of course there are better options out there, but this is the best compromise you can get between the power and the fuel economy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to Red50 for more videos.